Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a little combo Tunisian tutorial. And what I mean by combo, we're going to work up a stitch pattern. And if you follow along with me, you can make a mug rug with it. So for today's tutorial, I am using Premier Home Cotton and actually using a standard crochet aluminum hook, 5mm. This particular colorway is, let's see, golden oak, I believe. Yes, golden oak. And you'll need a darning needle to sew in the end and a pair of scissors to cut away from your ball of yarn. So what I have for you is just a very simple mug rug, and standard juice glass sits on it just fine, as well as coffee. Now, this is very, very textured. The back side of it looks really cool too. But you can do whatever you want with this Tunisian stitch. I'm going to show you how to do this, and in turn you will learn how to do the pattern for this particular Tunisian stitch. That stitch is called the Tunisian pebble stitch. It's done in multiples of 2. So in multiples of 2, you're going to chain. For this particular project, I chained 14. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now we're going to run back across and Tunisian simple stitch every chain. You'll know you've done it right if you have the same number of loops on your hook as you did chains. You're going to go right into your next chain, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And you're going to continue to do that once in every chain. So what we're doing is setting up the setup row for the pebble stitch. Here we go. The design part of this stitch is worked on the reverse pass versus the forward pass. But for the first reverse pass, we're going to do a standard Tunisian reverse pass. You're going to yarn over and chain 1, yarn over and go through 2, and continue to do that until you have exhausted all but 1 loop on your hook. So we're just going to run through these stitches together, just like such. Then we're going to Tunisian simple stitch the next row. So once again, we're going to skip this first vertical bar, because that is our stitch that's already on our hook. We're going to go into the next vertical bar, yarn over and pull up a loop, and do that all the way to the end. When you get to the end, you should have 14 Tunisian simple stitches. Now this very last stitch down here, we're going to make sure that we turn the stitch on its side and get both of the legs of that last and final stitch. So turn it up on its side and pick up both of those legs. Yarn over and pull up a loop. All right, now we're going to begin the pebble stitch. You're going to yarn over and chain 1, yarn over and go through 2. Now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and go through 2. yarn over, go through 2. And that is the repeat to the end of the row. You chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Again, chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and now we're on our last one. Chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2. Now the forward pass of the pebble stitch. You're going to Tunisian simple stitch all the stitches except your chain 3s. Your chain 3s, we need to make sure they protrude to the front of the work. So let's Tunisian simple stitch the next stitch. Now we're going to push that forward, that chain 3 forward, pick up our next stitch with the yarn coming from the behind that chain 3. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Push that chain 3 in front of your hook and tighten up your stitch. Okay, so Tunisian simple stitch. Push your chain 3 forward in front of your working yarn. Insert your hook into the next vertical bar. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Push that chain 3 in front of your hook. Pull it down and tighten up your stitch. Tunisian simple stitch the next stitch. Again, we're going to work the next one. Tunisian simple stitch, push the chain forward, Tunisian simple stitch, move that chain in front of the hook, tighten the stitch down, Tunisian simple stitch, again, moving that chain to the front, almost to the end, last one. Move that chain to the front. And our last stitch. Again, make sure that you have turned your work on its side and you pick up both legs of that stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And then you will repeat. Yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, go through 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2, and continue on repeating those 2 passes, your forward pass and your reverse pass. Now, once you have started working on that, I did those 2 rows until I had 13 of those little chain puff rows there, little pebbles, as they call it, the Tunisian pebble. And this is what it's going to look like once you get to that point. So I now have 13 of these little pebbles straight up, and I did the last forward pass of pushing them all forward. I'm going to end it here by doing a standard Tunisian reverse pass, just like we started at the beginning. So I'm going to yarn over and chain 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and I'm going to continue until I have reached the end where I have 1 loop left. Okay, so now we're going to complete this next row. The next row is going to be a standard Tunisian cast off or bind off. You're going to pick up your next vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, and slip. Go to the next vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, and slip stitch. You're going to work this across those 14 stitches all the way to the other end, and then we will trim this out. Once I've come down here to the last stitch, I'm going to pick it up exactly the same way as we have been doing both of those legs. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and slip stitch. All right, let's go ahead and trim it. The trim for this particular mug rug is super simple. It's just half double crochets with 2 half doubles in every corner. So we are on a corner. I'm going to chain 1, yarn over and insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, go through all 3 loops on my hook. That is my first half double crochet. I'm going to do 1 more, yarn over, insert my hook back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops that were on my hook. And then I'm just going to work down the side, placing 1 half double crochet into every stitch, all the way down the side, until I have reached my next corner. At which point I'm going to place 2 half double crochets into the corner. All right, I've reached my next corner. I'm going to place 2 half double crochets into the corner, and I am going to be working over the tail from my starting chain. So there's 1 half double. I'm just going to turn my work and place another half double into that same stitch. Now I'm going to work down the end here, placing a half double crochet into all of the stitches, working over the top of that tail. So you can continue working on your trim work all the way around. 1 half double crochet in every stitch, 2 half double crochets in every corner. When you've reached the end, you're going to slip stitch to the very first stitch. I'm going to meet up with you at that point and show you how to complete. Okay, so I've come down to the last stitch, and I just want to slip stitch to the very first half double crochet. So I'm just going to do that, chain 1, and cut away from my working ball of yarn with just enough tail to sew in. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit and turn it over, lace up my needle, and sew in the end. Fairly simple mug rug and a little trial of some fun Tunisian. If you would like to try it without purchasing Tunisian crochet hooks or special hooks to do Tunisian, this is a good little pattern to do. You could also make some facial scrubbies with this, or even a longer pattern with some handles on each end and make it a back scrubby with this pattern. This stitch pattern, the Tunisian pebble stitch, is super, super versatile as far as different things. You can use it for hot pads as long as you're using it with cotton for these type of things, or at least a good 80% cotton. You can use it for hot pads. You can use it for mug rugs. You can, as I was saying, you could do it really, really long and put a couple handles on it and make it a back scrubber for in the shower. It's just pretty versatile. You could also, if you wanted to, turn it the other direction and place something on it. That's entirely up to you. As you can see, this is the back side of it. And there's the front side. Super, super textured. All right, everyone. I hope that you have enjoyed this somewhat fairly quick Tunisian tutorial on how to make a mug rug with a regular aluminum hook, Tunisian style. And you also get to learn the stitch pattern for the Tunisian pebble stitch. Be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.